Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to tie your jiu-jitsu belt, but first I'm going to show you how to tie your jiu-jitsu pants. Our jiu-jitsu pants, or most jiu-jitsu pants, they're actually kind of big around the waist, and uh, you have to know how to draw them to your hips with the drawstring correctly so that you don't have all this bunched up material in the front, kind of looking goofy. So the correct way to draw the waistline tighter to your hips is there is a string that actually goes around the waistline twice. And show you here on the side, there's a slit, and the string ends come out from the back side on each side. And what you want to do when you put your pants on is you want to, first off, you want to make sure the strings are equal length, and you can adjust that by tugging on them and feeding the line through if you needed to adjust that to get them so that they're the same length. Then what you want to do is you want to first off pull the strings to the outside first in opposite directions, and that'll draw it to your hips nice and tight to begin with, so you won't have all this bunched up material in the front. And then we have these loops in the front, these little belt loops in the front. You want to guide the string through there, and that'll just keep the string in place in the front so it doesn't ride up above the gi pant waistline. It just kind of stays in place there in the front. And then you can adjust it. And then you're just going to tie it like you would a shoelace. So you get everything nice and tight, and just tie it like you would a shoelace. And if your gi string ends up being like really long and dangly, you can cut it off. You just cut it off the excess and then tie a little knot at the end where it's fraying so that it doesn't continue to fray. But that's how your gi pants should look once they're tied. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to tie your jiu-jitsu belt. This is just one way. This is the way I do it. This is the way I've been doing it for my entire jiu-jitsu career. There's other ways to tie your jiu-jitsu belt. You're welcome to search online and see how other people do it, but this is the most common way. So what you want to do is you want to your gi top, put your gi top on. You want to tuck the right side in deep, and then you want to bring left over right. So bring left over right, draw it nice and tight to your body. Then you want to take your belt and you want to split it in half. So dangle it such that each side is equal lengths, and then the middle you want to bring and put it right in the center of your hips. And then you're going to bring it around your waist and crisscross it in the back, and then come back to the front. So when you get back to the front, you should have two equal lengths. Then what you're going to do is you're going to crisscross them, and when you crisscross them, the side that's on the top, you're going to take that one and you're going to come under, and you're going to loop around and push it up through all of the belts, because there's going to be two layers there. So you want to come up through, and you're just basically binding everything together when you came up through. Draw it tight to your hips, and then now you're going to have basically a flap that's on top, and then you have one that's going down. So you have one that's up and one that's going down. And you want to take the one that's on top, and you're going to bring it over the one that's going down. And the one that's going down, you want to kind of flip it over. Just kind of flip it over, and then you're going to crisscross them, and then you bring it around and up through, and pull it tight. So what you end up with is you end up with a nice knot, and you end up with both of your sides that are dangling equally in this direction, like that. Some common mistakes that people do when they tie the belt is that on this step, instead of bringing the one that's, if you feed it through, the one that's on top, and you got this one going down, instead of bringing the one that's on top over and up around the one that's on bottom, is that they bring the one that's on bottom over and up through the one that's on top. When you tie it like that, you got this goofy looking tails that kind of dangle like that, and they don't go off to the side. They're more vertical like that. So that's not the way you want to tie it. And also, kind of a common mistake too is that, you know, you could wear your belt where you want, but it should be around your hips. Some people, you know, they tie it too high, you know, so you don't really want it up there high around your abdomen, and it kind of looks goofy. So you just want to, you know, put it down there low on your hips, and looks much better that way. And you'll be good to go for class. So that's how you tie your belt.